Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers and welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey by hitting that subscription button and the bell notification for new uploads. Thank you so much to every single one of you that has been with me from the start and the ones that are just embarking now with this journey of mine. Thank you so much. I'm grateful and humble to every single one of you. So we're going to continue on, and I say continue on because I just finished uploading the granny square for this pattern. This is a gift in my part. The mother had ordered some other pieces for the little girl's room, and I'm offering her a bigger piece of this pattern also for the rest of the set for her little girl's room. This is another little girl, not the same one that I did the crib set. Okay, so I'm going to be using white, pink, blue, and brown, khaki brown, chocolate milk brown, if you want to call it, pearl. I also have this darker pink for the flower, and of course the mint, not mint, but lime green. And hook number 3.5, a pair of scissors, and a little one to tuck in loose ends, and of course the pearls. Now I've already created my little flowers and my little leaves and so on to get it prepared for the next pattern. So if you want to follow through that, I will leave all the links below on the description box, and also the measurement of these doilies. It could be created for any room, people, not just necessarily for little girl's room or boy's room. You can change up the game by using different colors. You can do the Christmas concept, which is coming along, which I will be doing the tutorial on it. So as you see, I have red, and then I have multicolored red and green here on the second row, and then the third row is just green. These ones are just red and green, and you can see it's a little bit bigger. And why is it a little bit bigger? Because this red is a 4-ply, but a thinner 4-ply than this one, so it becomes automatically smaller. But I did use the same green, so it can look like the same group, if you want to put it. This one's bigger, and why is it bigger? Because instead of 3 rows, I used 4 rows. So you can go as many rows as you like for the size you'd like. You might want to stay tuned for this one, and for the people that haven't subscribed yet, you might want to do that to follow up with this beautiful set that I will create for Christmas. So if you're planning on gifts and you're a crafter, this is perfect for a Christmas gift. Such luxurious gifts for your friends and family, and all made from you. So like I was saying, so I made all of the little flowers, little leaves, little everything already prepared for this pattern that I'm going to create. This is very simple. So we start off with the granny square, which I just uploaded it, and I will leave the link in the description box for you guys to create the granny square. Now, most of you know how to create granny square, but you have to remember there's a lot of new beginners, so I have to always set up a video separate for the beginners. And not only for the fact of that, but for the fact that it takes a lot of memory on my cell phone as I'm recording. Okay, so we're going to get started, people. So create your granny square. I'll leave the link below, and then come back and we're going to proceed to continue on with the rows. Okay. Okay, everyone. So we're going to start with the white. I'm going to do a slip stitch knot. If the video is too fast for you, there's 3 little buttons up top. You can click on there and slow down the video to your speed preferable. So I'm going to start off actually before the corner. I'm going to start off just before the corner here, okay? So on the last square here. Okay, so we have the edge, just cut a bit of thread here. Okay, so we have the edge, and we're going to start off just before the corner on the square here, and I'm going to do 4 double crochets. So one single, and 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to create, for some of you that your stitch is too loose, just do 2 chain. Okay, you don't need to make it too wide or too long, I should say. We're going to do 4 altogether. This is only going to be, the 4 double crochets are only going to be in the corners. That means on the edge here, because we need to do the, get it closer, to do the motifs here, to do these motifs. So we're going to start here before the corner, and it's 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, motifs here. So we start before the corner right here, and then into the corner in 2 chain separation, all of them, and then the next one, and then into the corner, and then 1 more here. No, not even. It stops here at the corner, okay? So before the corner, and it stops at the corner, and then it becomes just 3 double crochet, okay? Just so you don't get confused afterwards. Okay, so we continue on. I'm going to do 2 chain separation. I'm going into the corner, and I'm going to create the 4 double crochets. Two chain separation again, and 4 double crochets. So we're going to do this until the other corner, until here. So you're going to do your 4 double crochets here, 2 chain, 4 double crochets here, 2 chain, and into the corner. I'll meet you at the corner. So I've come to the corner. Let me just cut this little edge here. These little leftovers just bother me. Okay, so I've come to the corner. So now I have 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 chain separation. And now the other groups are going to be groups of 3 only. Okay? I mean, if you want to do 4, then it's up to you, but I'm not doing 4. I'm doing 3. For people that have a very, very tight stitch, you can do 4, but make sure you do 5 on here instead of 4. Okay, so your motif can be different. So again, 2 chain separation, and creating the groups until we meet just before the corner again. So we got to do the same thing as we did here. We got to do it on here. So we have to do 4 double crochets here, and then the corners again to do that 5 motifs and finish at the corner here. Okay. Okay. So we're going to continue on now. Two chain separation. Now, coming into the connection of the 2 squares, we're going to do 1 inside where we have the corner here. Okay, so we're going to do 1 double crochet here. We're going to do right in the middle of the connection between the 2 squares, and 1 inside of the middle of the next square. Okay, so it can stay nice and straight, just like that. Okay, and then 2 chain again, and into the next square. And you're going to do the same thing all the way around, exactly as we just finished doing. So remembering that what you're doing to one side, you must do to the other side the same way. So 2 chain separation again, coming into the other square here, create your 3 double crochets. Now we're coming into the connection for some of you that are doing like the bigger ones. So 2 chain. Again, we're going to come into the middle of the square here on the corner, okay, of the square. Create your 1 double crochet, into the middle here between where we did the attachment of the granny square, and in the middle again here on the corner on the next square. So you're going to have your 3 double crochets like that, okay? And then you proceed on again, 2 chain and continue to do your 3 double crochets, your 2 chain again. Now we're just before the corner again, remember? So we have to create 4 double crochets because we need to create that edge motive, okay? So 4 double crochets, make sure you don't forget. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 3 double crochets only, and 1 of 4. And then again, 2 chain separation coming into the corner. We're doing the 4 double crochets because we need to create the same thing on this side as we did on the other side. 2 chain separation, and again create your 4 double crochets. I wish I had a machine shooting me thread constantly. Okay, so 2 chain again and proceed with your 4 double crochets. 2 chain and 4 double crochets. Now only on the corner here. Remember that we're not we're only doing 5 motifs, right? Because since this goes diagonal, you know you're not going to do it here, or else you're going to have it all the way down here. Okay, so just before the corner, 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, the rest is 3, and we're just going to complete it all the way and then close it up on the 3rd space with the slip stitch at the end. I'll meet you at the end. I've come to the end, 2 chains. I'm going to come on the 3rd place here with a slip stitch. Okay, so remember that you had to do that 1 double crochet, 1 in the middle between the connection of the squares, and 1 again on the corner here. Okay, so now we're going to skip always the first one, so we're going into the second one here, and we're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, we're not working on the first one. 1, 2, and 3. On the next space, double crochet. So remember, whatever you're doing on this side, you're doing exactly the same thing on this side and on the side also. Okay, so now we have 3. Inside of the square, we're going to put 2 double crochets. So now we have 5. Okay, and this is always going to increase as many rows as you'd like. On that small one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of white. Okay, so I'm going to go obviously a little bit bigger. So 2 chain separation. We're going to skip the first one, going into the second one, and double crochet. Double crochet. So we're going to have a total of 5 double crochets, 2 inside of the square. Of course, I have to cut this little edge here. And 2 chain. Trying to get some thread here so I don't have to keep pulling. And then skip the first one, go into your second one. And you're going to create 5 groups of not 5 groups, but 5 double crochets, a group of 5 double crochets, and 2 chain again. Skip the first one into the second one. Two inside of the square. So where you have your 4 double crochets, you know it's going to be now 5 double crochets by skipping the first one always. And did I skip? No, I didn't. So I'm telling you to skip, and here I'm not skipping. Not good. Okay, so skip the first one. That's what happens when I'm talking. I'm just like trying to concentrate to explain the best way I can for you guys. You know, I'm not used to really doing videos. This is still all freshly new for me, so I'm just starting to get the hang of it, right? Okay, so now 2 chain again, and where we have the 3, so now we're only going to continue to create 3s, okay? So in the squares, we're continuing to create the 3 double crochets like that, okay? And then 2 chain separation and into the next square, and create your 3 double crochets again, like that, and then 2 chain, and again the same thing. So you're going to do this the same way all the way around. So very simple, people, nothing to it. When you're going to get to the other corner where the 4 double crochets are, you know it has to be 5 double crochets now, skipping the first one. So it's going to continue to increase as many rows as you want. So example, so now we have 5. Okay, so we are here and we have 5 double crochets. We increase 2. The 3 stays the same, nothing changes. Might as well do it this side because the flower might be on the way. So the 3 stays the same. I have 6 rows. I'm probably going to go to 8, if not 10 rows. So the only thing you do now from here on for length, not length, but the wideness as you'd like. Well, it also combines with length, yes, but most of the length is here on the squares to start off. So we have 5. The next row you're going to have 6 because you always skip the first one, and then you're going to skip the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 inside of the square, always 2 inside. So you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I have 9 double crochets with 6 rows. So I'm going to go up probably to 8. So that would be, so I have 9 on 6, and then 10 on 7, and then 11 on 8. Okay, I'm going to meet you at the end. I'll meet you back here at the end of when I think I should be done with the length I want and the width that I want. And then I'll come back to you again on it so we can create this little edge, which is only single crochets all the way around, okay, to get that effect. So I'm going to continue mine, and then I'll meet you at the end of my rows. Okay, I don't want you to get confused. That's why I came back before I continue. So we're on the last one here, and here's the 4 group. You still have to do your 2 chains. You still skip your first one, and you still go into the second double crochet. Even though you might say, oh, I don't know, it's so close. Yes, but once it's stretched out and everything's done, it all falls to place because these motifs, they're going to curve all to the left. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to end up having, if you're doing the 3, of course, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to have 7 of 3 double crochets. If you're doing the two squares, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So from here on, this would stay always 4, no matter what, because we're not increasing on the squares here. We're increasing on the motifs here on the edge, okay? So that's one thing to know. So if I have 7, I'm always going to have 7 until I finished my rows that I want to achieve, okay? So you're always going to have 7 groups of 3 double crochet. Just remember that. So like this, you know that you won't be mistaking anywhere. On both sides, it's 7. You're always going to have your 5 motifs, and you're always going to increase, skip the first one, and put 2 double crochets on the squares, okay? So I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've pretty much done the length that I wanted, or length, the wideness. And I did 8 rows of white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Going in with my brown, just to do the little edge around. So you do a slip stitch knot. I'm going to start. You can pretty much start anywhere. I'm just going to start here on the corner. I can get all my thread lined up over here. Of course, my stitch is always so tight, so I always have a hard time getting the first one in. I never learned my lesson to loosen it up there. Good God. Okay, so where we usually start, I'm going right on it. And on the first one, on top right of the first double crochet, I'm coming in with single. So this whole row is going to be single crochet. The one right next to it, so 1 per space, single. So nothing to it with this row, only singles on this row, just to give it that little spark on the pattern. You can do whatever color you like, and if you don't want to use this, you don't have to. You can leave this row out, but I think it gives it a nice charm to it. Okay, inside of the square, we're doing 2 double, not double, 2 single on the first one. And we're going to continue like that throughout the whole pattern. So where we have the squares, we're doing 2 singles inside. So very simple, nothing to it. Piece of cake. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. So just wanted to show you again. Just move this because on the dark it's kind of hard. So in the squares, we're going to do 2. 1 on the first one, second one, and so on. 2 in the space. One single on the first double crochet, and then so on. Okay, so just so you don't think, oh, but what do I do here on the double crochet? So you have to do 1 per each. So I finished doing my brown. I've cut in the thread, I've tucked in my loose ends, and I'm going in with the pink. So I'm going to come where we always start. And I'm going to do a single. Try to hide my back part here. Next space, I'm going to do another single. Next space. That's 3 singles, 4 singles, 5 singles, 1 per space. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to count 1, 2 on the third space. I'm going to do singles again. This row will be like this throughout the whole row. So 5 singles, 3 chains, skip 2 space, you lock in on the third space. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to skip 1, 2 on the third space, single, next space, single, that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do this all the way around. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 on the third space, and 5 singles, 1 per space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, we're getting to the end, and obviously if we get to the end here, that means that we'd either have to put 2 together. So here I have 4, because we won't have enough here to do the 2 separation, if you know what I'm saying. We won't have enough space here to do the 2 separation. So I'm going to put 2 together on here. So that makes my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to do my last one here. So I'm going to have to add it here again also. So this is 3, and I'm going to do 4 and 1 more on the same space. So, oh, and I forgot to give my 3 separation. That's not cool, right? And we could even push back a little bit more just to be more comfortable. So we can do it on the same spot here, going 3 back. So we'll put 2 together on here, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 on the third space. So, you know, you play around with it. I mean, there's no right and wrong on this. It's all good. So we have 4. I'm going to put 1 more, 5. 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2 on the third space, and we should be just fine. Now, if I can get my thread straight in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more on the same space, just to give it that space in between them. 1, 2, and then close it up with a single, and there you go. Okay, now we're going to do I call it the walk, slip stitch through it. Okay, so we did the walk 1, 2. Okay, on the second one here, 1, 2. On the second one, we're going to go straight inside where we have the 3 chain. 2, 3 double crochet, 4 double crochet, 5 double crochet, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to skip 1. We're going into the second one with a single. Okay. And again, into the space of the 3 chains, and we're going to create 8 double crochets again. And we're going to do this all the way around. And then for people that are changing colors at the end, you can cut your thread 2, 4, 6, or your yarn, whatever you're using. 7, 8. We're going to skip first place into the second with a single. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. This is repeatedly the same way all the way around. So I've come to the end. To my last one. Oops. And my 8th one. So where we started here with the single, I'm going to close it up with a slip stitch. And now I'm going to continue with my blue. It's a good sign when it's tight like that. You know that nothing is going to come apart. I'm going to pick my blue now. I've done my slip stitch knot. Coming right at the beginning over here. It doesn't matter really where you start, but I like to start from the beginning so I know where I'm at. Okay. So now I'm going to come in my first double crochet. And I'm going to do a single, 2 chains. So that would equal a double crochet. Next space, double crochet. Next space, double crochet, and again. So we're doing double crochet over double crochet from the previous row. And I'm doing it wrong already. I'm supposed to do it on the outside loop. Sorry about that, people. That's why it's always good to look ahead of the video. Okay, so 2 chain. I'm taking the back loop only. You don't have to, by the way. It's just to give me that little effect of lining up front. I like that little effect. Gives it that little extra punch on the pattern. Okay, so back loop and double crochet over double crochet from the previous row. So it's going to give you that little line effect. So you have 2, 4, 6, and your 8 double crochet. Now, where we have our single over here, we're going to come inside where the single space is, okay, into the back, okay, and into the front, like that. We're going to bring our yarn over and and do a single, so we can have that 3D effect on here. Okay, and then we're going again into the back loop on the first double crochet, and then continue on, proceed on with the rest the same way. So this row is going to be all the way around the same way, like this. And then for people that are changing color, the last row is coming up. It's next, which I will be doing with the brown to just close off the pattern. Okay, so we have our 8 double crochets. And again, you're going to come in to the back. Okay, well, we have the single. Whoops. Into the back and into the front. Okay, bring your yarn to the front and single. So it's going to give you that little 3D little effect. It looks really nice. And again, we're doing our 8 double crochet. Grabbing back loops only. And we're almost done, people. So again, coming in to the back, into the front, and single. And we're going to do this all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, last row with the brown slip stitch knot. Coming again at the beginning. Now, where we have the front post single, okay, we're going to do again the same thing. Front post single, just like that. Try to hide my thread here. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you see up on your stitch if you need 5 or if you need 6 chain, depending on your tension, okay? So we're going to count 1, 2, 3. On the 4th space, single. If you need to do 6, then do 6 chain. I'm doing 1, 2, and 3. And we're doing the picot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm trying to loosen that up. I'm trying not to make it too tight. I'm coming behind where I have my single again, that front post, and doing again my single here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So we skipped 1, 2, 3 on the 4th space. We're going to do the same thing. So you're going to skip 1, 2, 3 on the 4th space, single, 1, 2, and 3. Picot, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming in again. and single. So this is what it looks like, and we're pretty much done with this pattern. So thank you so much. Congrats for the people that created it. The next thing is we are going to glue the flowers on, okay, with the hot gun glue, so you can position them if you're putting flowers. Let me get mine ready. So you pretty much fix the way you want it. There's no right or wrong. Okay, you guys, so I like it this way. So all you have to do is just put a little bit, just so we can hold it together. And that's about it. You don't have to do anything else to it. Just a tiny little bit. Get some of the glue here just to get it stabilized. And there's not much more to it. So thank you so much again for being part of this journey. Please do give a thumbs up if you like it, of course. Share it, and I will see you in the next tutorial. I will have the pictures in display. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care and of each other. Bye-bye.